Do you own an electric car? Would you like to? Well, one of the things that comes with electric vehicles is charging. Battery swapping technology is designed to eliminate the time it takes to charge your electric car. We'll explain this in detail. Battery swapping allows super fast charging of electric cars. Ample, a California startup company, partnered with Uber for this project, involving ultra-rapid and fully autonomous battery swapping stations that feature swapping the system for high-capacity batteries. Khaled Hassouna and John D'Souza, who are the co-founders of Ample, said this technology was sort of a Lego-styled battery swapping system that allows the driver to pull up, charge, and then go. One of the coolest parts is that it's designed to recharge any EV, regardless of their maker, in under 10 minutes. In this video, we'll look at the incredible and new technology that is bound to revolutionize the industry. It's already been met with plenty of criticism, but by the end of this video, you can make your own decision on whether or not EV battery swapping will dominate the industry. Let's begin. According to Ample, more than $70 million has already been raised to fund the startup. This is being led by Shell Ventures, Eneas Innovation Partners, Repsol Energy Ventures, and more. Using a combined wireless communication and computer vision, Ample stated that they could identify the exact location where each battery module could be swapped. Once the discharged battery modules are removed from the vehicle, they're then placed on racks to be charged and ready for the next vehicle. Little robots are charging the vehicle, and they are programmed to remove the depleted ones and replace them with undepleted ones that are fully charged. Ample says that they plan to ensure that the charging becomes as cheap as gas. The benefits of this technology are numerous. One of them is that when you fast charge your battery, you're essentially degrading the quality of the battery at a very high rate compared to slowly trickle charging the battery. Is it a new concept? This is not new, and a company in Israel known as Better Place had launched this technique early on, but it went bankrupt in 2013. It had over $1 billion in funding. In 2013, even Tesla gave it a try, and it took just 90 seconds to swap. Battery swapping is hoped to finally convince people that electric vehicles are the future. Most countries, such as China, have already adopted the system. We just don't know about it very well in the US, as we've not had a problem of having to move a very large fleet of electric vehicles. Swapping stations are also expensive, and it is unclear whether US car owners will be willing to swap out their batteries. Can battery swapping become a good charging solution for the US? Currently, Tesla, NIO, and Better Place are already using this technique. Once the batteries are removed, they're then charged off-site. Although they're pretty massive, this is one of the reasons why swapping is expensive. For example, you'll be connecting a 900-pound battery. You have to use some robust electrical connectors that can handle a few hundred volts. Ample is trying out a new technique. They're building their own batteries. Designed in their Lego-like modules, they can charge right inside the battery swapping station. The main thing that sets Ample apart is its modular battery. With modular batteries, you can take them out a few times as they're very light and very easy to maneuver. Their stations are the size of 2 parking spots, as they don't require a lot of square footage since their batteries can be put in smaller racks to charge. The best part about modular batteries is that they can fit into different sizes. If the car is big, you can put in more, but a smaller car needs less. This solves lots of problems that we initially thought about. Now, for you to use the Ample station for swapping the car, you'll need to use Ample's batteries. The company builds custom plates for each car manufacturer they work with, and they fit into the batteries on the plate. The plan is for the buyer to choose if they want their batteries to come from Ample's battery pack as per their needs. Almost all manufacturers in the world usually build a separate battery for the car, so this is easy. Whether this will work in the US or not remains to be seen. But with the rate at which people embrace electric cars, it just might work. Some statistics. The global electric vehicle battery swapping market is currently valued at $100 million as of 2020, and it's been projected to reach more than $800 million by 2030. Some people are a little skeptical about it taking off in the US though. It's currently a 50-50 chance that you'll likely get a newer and fresher battery than the one you already have. You'll probably get someone else's that has more miles on them, which is not so great. Americans, however, love to buy stuff, and they love owning stuff, which includes batteries. This is probably why the company mostly will focus on fleets of individually owned EVs. It's always a great option for a fleet that needs to have its cars on the road as much as possible. Ample said that it has a range of last-mile delivery municipal fleets and ride-sharing partners, including Uber. Uber drivers in San Francisco can rent an EV that is equipped with Ample's battery already built in. The drivers can charge them using conventional methods, or they can just head into one of Ample's 5 main stations located in the Bay Area to recharge. In general, ride-sharing is difficult for drivers as they often do not have a charger at home. You could end up spending more than 10 hours each week charging your vehicle, which means that you're making less money as a driver. What makes the most sense is a commercial fleet use. These use the same kind of vehicles, and therefore, you have a swap station that has a stock of batteries that fit into any vehicle in the fleet. The best part about swapping is that it can be done very fast in 3 or 4 minutes. This makes a lot more sense. Another interesting fact is that with fleets committed to electricity, as soon as they deploy, they start to fall apart for different reasons. Maybe they need to upgrade the amount of electricity in all of their depots, which is costly, and figuring out how to take care of the cars when the charging falls apart. The US President, Joe Biden, says that he's planning on transitioning the entire presidential fleet to electric. We're talking about 645,000 cars, and even Ample admits that even though the US is slow on adopting the technology, this would make a big impact. Is the adoption of EV battery swapping happening faster outside of the US? Yes. Most fleets in the US are interested in making the transition, and most municipalities are interested in this, but the actual adoption has not happened yet. In the next phase, there's likely to be some more deployments internationally where most customers are interested in this solution to the EV infrastructure problem. Ample needs to get automakers and car buyers on board to replace the custom battery in the cars to move from fleets to individually owned EVs. Automakers, however, pride themselves on the unique nature of the battery tech. It is therefore hard for some analysts to imagine it taking off. If you're a car maker, the battery in your electric car is a big structural element, and the structure is going through it crosswise and lengthwise, and it's a major part of the car's protection and overall parts. In summary, it's unlikely that automakers will adopt this system. You're likely to see some adoption of the EV battery swapping in fleets that are probably trying to convert their existing vehicles to electric. On the other hand, manufacturers are moving towards building their cells in-house. Therefore, the chances of Ample convincing these companies to go in this direction could be highly unlikely. The average person willing to make the EV swap will be worried about the history of the battery they'll get. Overall, we think there might be a little reluctance to this technology. Batteries degrade with time. This is probably why Tesla didn't give it much of a chance back in 2013. So that's it for the video. And we ask, would you be willing to go to a recharge station and swap your battery for another one? Let us know by leaving a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Simply click on the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell to notify you when we put out a new video. Thanks for watching.